Hello guys, today we will be looking at 5 examples of great leaders according to Dr. Myles Munroe. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe now, so you get notified when we put up a new video. Moving to the point, we will begin with Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela's life purpose was the elimination of the policy of apartheid and the establishment of racial equality in South Africa. He desired the formation of a free and democratic society for all people, black and white. His passion for this purpose led him to fight for these causes, for which he was sentenced to life in prison. At his trial, he explained his vision for his country. "I have fought against white domination and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die." Following national and international pressure, Mandela was released from prison after 28 years. He then worked with South Africa's white leader, F.W. de Klerk, to eliminate apartheid, and they both were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. In a historic event, Mandela was elected president of his country under open democratic elections and served in that position from 1994 to 1999. Mandela's passion transformed an entire country's outlook, government, structure, and policies. It was Mandela's sense of purpose as a young lawyer that produced a vision of a new South Africa without discrimination and racism. This purpose and vision ignited a deep passion that exploded into a sacrificial flame of imprisonment and a willingness to die for his convictions. His vision inspired not only millions in his country, but also countless millions around the world. It is important to recognize that true leaders do not seek or pursue followers but instead attract them by their dedication to a personal purpose. The second great leader on our list is Martin Luther King Jr. The unforgettable speech, "I Have a Dream," encapsulates the purpose, passion, and inspiration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a leader and symbol of American black struggle for civil rights. Dr. King helped to change both laws and hearts in America, leading to greater equality and freedom in the country. Here are some of his inspirational words from that speech. "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin but by the content of their character." Drive. King's purpose was the pursuit of equality, and his conviction and passion were a vision of his country, the United States, in which freedom was every person's right and privilege. His passion became an obligation that set him on a course of self-sacrifice. Hundreds of thousands of people caught his vision, which became not only his destiny, but also that of a whole nation, as he influenced a change in the fundamental laws of the land. Dr. King had a vision that I was willing to live and die for. 3. Mother Teresa. Agnes Gonja-Boyeju, whom the world has come to know as Mother Teresa, was born in Skopje, Macedonia. From the time she was a girl, she felt her life's purpose was to serve God full-time. When she was 18, she became a nun and went to India with the Sisters of Loreto and taught in a Catholic high school for many years. During this time, she witnessed the life of poverty and sickness that many people in India were leading. Her life's purpose and passion crystallized as she felt called by God to help the poorest of the poor and devoted herself to bring hope, dignity, healing, and education to the needy in Calcutta, those whom other people dismissed as being either beyond help or not worthy of it. Mother Teresa started her own order called the Missionaries of Charity, and it became nationally and internationally recognized for her selfless humanitarian work. Her passion to help others led her to identify totally with them. She became a citizen of India and always kept her vow of poverty, even when she became famous. Her work expanded beyond India to other nations of the world, influencing hundreds of thousands of people to join in her vision. She believed in the difference that one person could make in the world, saying, "If you can't feed 100 people, then just feed one, and love is a fruit in season at all times, and within reach of every hand." Mother Teresa was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979 and continued her work until her death in the 1990s. Do not wait for leaders, do it alone, person to person. Mother Teresa encouraged others, do not wait for leaders, do it alone, person to person. This statement seems to sum up her purpose, passion, and inspiration, in not waiting for leaders to initiate programs or other people to act when there was a real need, but instead doing what she personally could do to help. Mother Teresa became a leader herself. She influenced numerous others to awaken their own leadership gifts and, in so doing, multiplied her effectiveness thousands of times over. Again, we note that true leaders do not seek followers, but their passionate pursuit of their purposes and convictions inspire others to follow them in their declared vision. 4. John F. Kennedy. When John F. Kennedy was President of the United States, he demonstrated clear purpose in two major areas. He felt that he had to do something to help the poor and disadvantaged at home and abroad, and he felt that he had to develop an effective space program, placing America in the forefront of nations in regard to science and technology. Those two things define his passion. In both pursuits, he felt his purpose was to create a sense of dignity for the American psyche. As a result, JFK inspired the nation to take care of those who were less fortunate, exemplified by his statement, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." In other words, he was asking his countrymen to serve others rather than just themselves. To give Americans a concrete way to do this, he initiated the Peace Corps program, which sends volunteers to help nationals in underdeveloped nations. Kennedy also inspired the United States to invest billions of dollars in a space program. I believe that he first created in his countrymen American pride, and then he strengthened that self-image by enabling the American people to achieve what no nation had ever achieved, sending a manned spaceship to the moon and back. And last on our list is Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln believed that it was essential for the future of the United States to keep the country united at a time when the southern states wanted to secede over the issues of slavery and states' rights. His purpose was to preserve the Union, and his passion to do so led him to hold on to his vision of a unified country, even when it led to civil war. He, too, had a purpose for which he was willing to die. Lincoln wrote, "I have often inquired of myself what great principle or idea it was that kept this Confederacy so long together. It was that which gave promise that in due time the weight would be lifted from the shoulders of all men." This is a sentiment embodied in the Declaration of Independence. "I have said nothing but what I am willing to live by, and, if it be the pleasure of Almighty God, die by." Lincoln also helped to influence the nation to throw off the yoke of slavery. Just before Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation went into effect, he announced his purpose and passion for his action in his annual message to Congress. Lincoln inspired people to bring an end to the war and to restore the unity of the country, even though his purpose did, indeed, eventually cost him his life. Thank you for watching to the end. Please support us by liking, sharing and subscribing.